to 30, maybe even 40 minutes if you're really judicious. But an amazing flavor, an amazing smoke, and with a glass of rum or a cup of espresso in the morning, man. Especially on the beach in Miami or even, God bless, in Cuba. Uh, yeah, I know, Ryan. I can't help it. I'm not sure what. Okay, liter bottle. We'll use that instead. You do need legalization. It's just, and a lot of people complain about the regulation, the government's in your business. You know what? You're right. But people shouldn't go to jail for this shit. Whatever they regulate it, tax it, whatever the fuck they do. I mean, the laws don't go far enough, but under no circumstance should you be going to jail for cannabis. You just shouldn't. I don't care if you're selling 100 pounds of it. Fine me. Make me pay. You know what I mean? Don't put me in jail. How many people you disrupt? How many lives you disrupt by putting people in jail? I mean, not just for cannabis, for anything. If you're a fucking murderer, of course you're going to be disrupting lives, but you already disrupted enough. Have I ever been shorted on a gram or an eighth? Of course. What person hasn't? But what a lot of people will do is they won't even say, New York, you know what the dub is, right? That's the $20 sack. But who's to say how much it's supposed to weigh? They don't sell by the grams on the street. It's a dub, 2 dubs. You know what I mean? I mean, the people who really know, who've got a good connect, they're gonna get 8 quarters, ounces, whatever. And all those guys will reflip it and sell it as dubs. And the dub is maybe 0.6 of a gram. Well, we're not talking about a fully, played out member. We're just talking about what you see on the live animal before he gets busy. All right, but we should really stop talking like this because it's pretty fucking juvenile. Well, half a piece, dude, you should bring a scale with you. Or weigh it at their place, I know it's, because it's always, going back is never easy. I mean, everybody that I've dealt with, well, not everybody, but most people I dealt with, they're like, you know what, if you have any problems, just let us know. We'll make it good for you. So. Well, okay, so I got no sympathy for you, bro. You're 29 now, all right. Yeah, David, just get high. 80 degrees in Jersey, wow. Zombie, compress pot for easier storage and shipment. Oh, compress, yeah. I think someone asked me when did I stop buying weed from dealers? That's a good question because when I moved to New York, I was growing. I had grown when I was in Boston, so I had a little bit of a head stash, and I was growing in New York. But even then, I was buying from people I knew who were already in New York, who had a connect. And then I didn't really. Then I grew for a while until I got married, until I had kids. And then once the babies came along, it really was not practical. So I took a hiatus for about 10 years. Nice, Ryan. Don't bury me, bro. Don't bury me. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. 6 weeks, 4 days. Well, you're getting close to the end. As the Yes song says, close to the edge down by the river. Have I smoked bad weed? Yeah, fuck. Most of the weed that I first grew. That was horrible. Definitely headache producing. Boston in the house. Well, we're going partway there. Definitely the stratosphere. Thank you. 80 degrees in SoCal. Wow. Deer shit in his weed. Well, that's unfortunate. But dude, that must have been a fucking huge turn, no? How could you miss that? No, I'm medically. I've got a medical card. But, the rec weed is the same as medical here. It's all the same. Unless you go to this farmer's market. I mean, in the shops, it's all the same. It's just you get a price break if you're medical. You get part of the taxes waived. Yeah, I was in Portland in early August, and it was 105, and that was lower than they expected because the fucking smoke from the forest fires cooled everything out. All right, this joint is done. I brought something with me, and where the heck did I put the goodies? All right, I'm trying to find. I bought some shatter today, and I'm trying to find where the heck I have it because I really wanted to smoke it. That's why I really am trying to find this bag that I picked up today from Novel Tree because it's got some shatter that I really wanted to smoke. It was some Hawaiian shatter. Michigan in the house. Hey, Paper Scratcher, what's happening, man? It's not there. I do have the hash. Well, that is very disappointing. Not to mention a little bit confusing. I don't see it anywhere. And probably it's right over there in front of something, but oh well. So you know what that means, right? It means we have to smoke some other shit in the bong. Your Jew friend. I am your Jew friend, man, but I'm on the internet. I'm on YouTube. Okay. So we're going to do some of this hash because I don't know where the hell the Novel Tree bag with that shatter went. Okay. Here we go, everybody. Cheers. This is very slow burning. I have it on one of the second to lowest temperature, but it's smoldering like crazy. So I need to find my carb cap. I mean, there's a lot more impurities in the hash than there is in shatter, so it's it's going to be smokier. That's my theory at any rate. I could be full of shit. Well, no, I didn't find it. This is the hash. But it's working pretty fucking well, I have to say. Heroin shatter knock you. Oh God, that's crazy. You know, this bong is funny, right? I don't know if you can hear it. No, it's not doing it. No. It's got like a gurgly sound. It's funny. Okay, that was good. I just missed about a dozen comments, I think. Oh, 92 people. Nice. Sinus whistle, yeah. That's what it sounds like, right? I don't trust the silicone, man, but I broke my glass bong yesterday, and I don't want to spend much money on a bong. So I need a substantial piece for that coil. Wow, you couldn't finish the bowl. That is crazy, man. That is very crazy. Oh, that hash has got a nice effect. Now, you know, I'm looking, and I think we're in luck. I think we're in luck. Found it. Found it. So this is BHO, which I'm generally not a fan of, but it was 20% off today, right? Love Doctor Who. Yeah, that's nice. I'm getting happier. Well, you know, Saturday night. The last couple of days have been interesting and positive on a lot of levels. So send you some. If you're interested in the seeds, anybody, hit us up at uptowngrowlab@gmail.com. We've got regular, feminized, CBD, a bunch of different things. So hit us up and we will talk offline. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. So this is Hawaiian Shatter, 1 gram, hybrid indica, hydrocarbon, total cannabinoids, 81.7%. Total THC, 73.2%. Total CBD, 1.97%. Produced by Heavenly Buds, processed by Bodhi High, sold by the Novel Tree. It was manufactured May 11th, 2017. Says skunky sweet fruit, island skunk with a sweet backdrop, potent creeper indica effects. Aloha. Okay, here we go. Get that shit out of the light. Dingus Haze. Hi, Brendan. Now, let's see what this looks like. I can't really smell it. I'm pretty fucking high. In that hash. Truth be told. Oh. Does it have chirp numbers? Let's see here. I don't think so, dude. No, there's no chirp numbers. I would have said it if it did, I think. But it's very shattery. Whew. Now, I'm going to try and do this so I don't spill it on the floor, which is a gross place to have something. Can you see this, everybody? You see? Slippy slidey. So we are just going to take a little, break off a little piece. And now it's a bit warm in here, so the shatter is getting a little bit pliable. Let me put that there. This is a production, as they say. So this is the shatter. Let's see. There we go. Nice little chunky piece. My eye is itching me like crazy. Cheers, everybody. Wow. I really like the low tone. That was very good. UptownGrowLab@gmail.com. Singular. Yeah, it's nice. Slate? Low temp is nice. Yep, UptownGrowLab@gmail.com. Thank you, Jenny. I think we finished that. But, you know, there's still some leavings of the hash in the bowl. That organic matter, you know, with the, wow, look at that, still a little bit in there. Not so much. So it's supposed to be a creeper indica. It feels okay. Megatoaks, I don't know what Megatoaks is. Tell you about harvest time. Hey, Wanderer. Hey, Mr. G. I mean, harvest time, we cut down everything but 2 plants, the Kembo Kush and the Rolex OG Kush from Devil's Harvest, because that, I want to keep them moving as far along as I can. I'm real interested to see what happens the longer they go. So they'll probably be down by the end of this coming week, I suspect. Car lighter and a pipe. Interesting. Battery-powered pipe, not a vape. That's interesting. We'll be in trimming jail soon. Yeah, I am. The Doctor at Greenhouse. I actually wanted to run that, but I never did. Yeah, well, I'll keep my eyes out for it, man. So, like smoking hash on an electric oven, right? Huh. Yeah, apparently we got lots of rain and wind. I didn't hear the wind, but it was there. AC Bow. Brazil. Powdery mildew. I should do a show on powdery mildew. Fortunately, I don't have powdery mildew on any of my plants to really show as an exemplar, but I can do one. I should probably like get an address, right? Like a poster or something that has the address up here. I could hold it up every broadcast occasionally. Maybe that's what I should do, right? Or just got it across my T-shirt. uptowngrowlab@gmail.com. All right, I'm ready for another dab. How about y'all? Yes, no, maybe? No S. Singular. Grow Lab. The book on the website is $72.99, I believe. But, if you hit me up, if you're interested in seeds, or anything else for that matter, if you spend $100 on the website, we will send you a copy of the book signed. Now, seeds aren't listed on the website, because if they were, my e-commerce provider would have a conniption and it would be a problem. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll tell you what we got, and what the ordering process is. So, where's the little doggy? The little doggy is waiting for Mrs. K to come home from work in the big house. Toby the Wonder Dog. That's it. You've got a good memory, Jen. Well, the other thing about harvesting is, outdoor at least, you really kind of have to figure out what's the least possible harm you're going to do to the plants, because I already caught some of my plants having some bud rot. We nipped it in the bud, so to speak, weren't we? But that can move very fast and really fuck up your crop, without a doubt. Yeah, ideally, if you think it's ready to harvest, wait another week. But can't always do that. Punny. I'm feeling, I can actually hear the air vibrating around me. That's how high I am. Out today in Massachusetts. All right, we've got a little dab ball. All right, so cheers, everyone. Wow, I could really taste.
We'll be here in 5-10 minutes.
Okay, I'll finish up. Well, that was Mrs. K telling me that my niece will be here very shortly. And so we're going to wrap this up, because we're going to have to go get my my burger at whatchamacallit, not Applebee's, the other joint. Red Robin. That's it. So, I hope everybody's had a blast. I have. And I'm hoping to get that hash making video up tomorrow. It's probably not going to be up in the morning. It'll probably be up later in the day. Just giving you a heads up. Again, if anybody's interested in seeds or genetics, hit me up at uptowngrowlab@gmail.com. Check out the website, uptowngrowlab.net. I know it's confusing. But everybody have a great evening. Stay elevated, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Yeah, Jenny, you know me. Cheers, everybody. going on? It's going to be hard for me to read the comments this far back, and I don't want to be like blocking Matt all the time. But you all know Matt Kay from the Novel Tree Medical over on it's 130th Avenue, right? Or Road. Yeah, Avenue,
Sounds about
Road,
right.
whatever it is, between Belred and Northrop Way. It's a very cool spot. The medical is open 6 days a week.
More people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, when they get that the light rail station is going to be right next to you, right?
Exactly. That'll be huge.
I mean, that's going to be gigundo.
Yeah.
All right, so if I go home, I'm trying to figure out how I can read the comments on my computer.
Trying to get comments so we can actually be engaged.
Yeah.
All right, so I got my blueberry vape from Halo tonight. That's kind of what I've been. Or I got the Halo shirt. Been using the Halo vape.
You're definitely well. Doesn't your sister work for Halo?
She used to.
Oh, she's not anymore. Right?
Yeah, she's about to move down to Cali.
Oh.
But then just the owners are the sweetest people in the world.
Yeah.
And brilliant extractors. And
I did the French you can only seminar
oh
down
yeah.
there. That's where I met your sister.
Frenchie's a cool dude.
Very. So, Cornbread, you love me, I think. I think you have a man crush on me, bro. You sent me this Laughing Buddha, which is 13 weeks and 1 day of flower, which is pretty insane. I mean,
It's crazy.
it's nuts. And it was fleshed for 51 days. So we're going to smoke some of this because Matt and I had smoked some of this previously, but that was store-bought,
Right.
right? Was
Yeah, we
it
have
was,
a company. We work
Heavenly
with a company,
Buds?
Ravengrass. does it.
Ravengrass.
And it's one that they don't. It takes so long that they never have a
It's like
ton
a
of
limited
it.
run, right?
Yeah, I think we bought like a pound of it or all of it or as much of it as we
Wow.
could. We got a bunch of it in the extracts.
Well, the buds are they're nice. It's got that fucking sandalwood, man.
yeah.
You can smell the cedar in there. I mean, tell me if I'm crazy.
No, it's bright, and that's
Good work, man. I
Yeah.
mean, this is I'm getting excited.
I always tell people that the other one smells kind of like mojito, where it's like bright and
Yeah.
minty.
It's got that fresh vegetal green kind of
Yeah.
funk to it. Well, this I'm looking forward to. I know you're not a heavy hitter anymore.
No,
But,
But
this is gooey.
I appreciate good stuff. That's
Well,
all I need now.
Well, we know the source, and we know you know
Right.
your shit. So, I might have some water for that. If you
Actually, I
want.
definitely do.
Okay. This is your.
Yeah, I
You
wrote
know,
this.
we used to when I was a kid. We used to go to New York City and visit. My parents had a stockbroker friend that they used to hang out with, and he used to go to this Chinese restaurant, and you had to go up the stairs, real old school. This must have been in the '60s, and everybody had their own bottles of whiskey there, right? They didn't have a license, so people keep their own shit there. So that is our version. You got your mini
Yeah,
rig
my-
here.
That's too funny. Yeah. The little joint bubbler that
Yeah.
I
It's very
brought
cool.
left here.
Scratch, Jazz and Kelly, Sandpa. What's the strain? This is some Laughing Buddha that our friend Cornbread grew. And now, by the way, I just received a fuck ton of genetics from him. So I'm going to be putting them up on the website in the next couple of days. If you're interested, there's some very interesting crosses, some blueberry crosses, some zombie kush crosses, his own Appalachian ambrosia crosses, white widow crosses. There's a lot of interesting genetics.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
The Buddha's a pretty interesting cross. It's a Thai and Jamaican landrace strain, crossed and bred together. So that's
wow.
why it takes so long. It's those true landrace sativas
Yeah,
that you find closer to the border where they get sun.
like all the
It's
time.
warm and sunny all the time,
Yeah.
so it's not like
Unlike Seattle.
right. Seattle, you get the indicas. You get these short flowering seasons that finish up early.
I mean, even automatics, you know. A lot of people do automatics out here
Yeah.
in the summertime.
Or people are starting. People right now will have their clones and seeds going to
Yeah.
get them big enough so that April, May, as soon as you can get them out, you can get them out.
I'm going to crack mine in the next full moon, which I think is March 19th.
Yeah.
This one was not propitious for me. I was not around. It would not have been a good thing. But yeah, I'm gonna pop a fair number of beans.
Yeah, I mean, you've really gotten the outdoor ones.
Well, I'm gonna stack them. I'm gonna do like 3 in a container because I'll start them a little bit later. But you know, by the time they get out, they'll be 18 inches tall. I can put 3 in a container, maximize my space, and they're gonna have fun.
Yeah,
You know,
that'll be awesome.
Yeah, I think so. So, what's going on, people? AJ Chavez, what's up? Kaylee Marie, Dylan Connerty, CJ, Missile Ballistic, the Boogie Down Bronx. Yeah, man. I used to work at 155th and 3rd Avenue.
That's awesome. Can you, I can't really read that one. Can Matt recommend?
Can Matt recommend a strain for my dad to increase his appetite? His dad's got, he's got cancer.
Oh gosh.
Lung cancer, if I'm not mistaken.
It's pretty hard, realistically, without knowing what you have access to. Some people find that the sativas, we're starting to see products with something called Delta 8 THC on
I've heard of that.
It's fairly new. It seems to be more the byproduct of extraction. Kind of like CBN. A lot of times, you'll over decarboxylate and get a lot of CBN. But the Delta 8 THC seems to be about a third less psychoactive and really powerful antiemetic and appetite stimulator. So it helps reduce nausea, stimulate appetite.
I'm glad you clarified that. I knew what a medic was because my daughter's a nurse.
Right.
But most people don't.
No, totally. So we're starting to. We have RSOs and vaporizers that have the Delta 8 in it, and we're seeing some really consistent feedback that
Oh, very nice.
is helping with nausea and appetite. A lot of people that are going through chemo that we help.
And these are things that you have on the menu at the shop?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and more companies are starting to do them. And we've got them a couple different ways, a couple different strengths. And it's, it's one of these cool things where 2 years ago nobody was talking about it, and then nobody knew. And I talked to some of the guys, the early guys, like Oleum started seeing it, some other companies started seeing it, and they were just seeing a spike on their test results. They didn't know what it was.
Right.
But then, a little bit more research and looking into it, and so this is actually Delta 8, and there might have been a couple lab studies, there might not have been. It might have been a purely anecdotal situation where this is just something that
How unusual in the cannabis business.
Right. A lot of what we know is because someone told us that it works for them.
Right.
We
let this dry out for a little bit.
As much research as we can find is awesome.
But there's not a lot. I mean, there's more and more every day.
Right. It's getting better every day. But it's still at a point where I've done like 30,000 transactions now with customers, and a lot of them are repeat, a lot of them are first timers, and the feedback that we get from people is really a lot of our information.
Yeah. Well, but obviously that's qualified by the fact that what works for you may not work for me.
Right.
But it's a good source of information.
Right.
And that's how people learn.
Absolutely. And we can see pretty consistent patterns, then we get better.
I'm not getting a whole lot of flavor, particularly on the dry pull, but that may be just because I had a sip of coffee. It may be too subtle for me.
It's definitely it's that brightness. It's like that cedar.
Very nice.
No, it's delightful. Yeah.
Do the honors, sir. It's pretty dense. I suspect we're going to have to knock off an ember at some point or other. Before it really starts to cook. I should really leave it. I mean, I just got it, so I should air out for a day.
Yeah.
It'll get nice and crispy on the outside. It looks like you're getting something.
Yeah, it's working.
JJ and Matt, the hottest actress in Hollywood? Fuck. I don't know. I used to think Halle Berry, but I haven't been to the movies in forever, so I can't really say.
I'm completing. All
Your wife's
five.
probably watching, right?
If The Bachelor hasn't started, she might be.
I know my wife's not, and she couldn't give a shit. But
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Bill Bake, Mike 88, what's up? Action Jackson, Ryan Ritz, Kaylee Marie, Matt has pleaded the fifth, indeed he is.
I'm not getting in trouble.
Not for that.
Yeah. Also, we don't have time to get into it. That's a
So CJ wants to know what's best for weight gain. Is there such a thing other than an appetite stimulant?
yeah. I mean, that's potentially another situation where if you're trying to put on weight, and like it can be hard. Like, I'm sure eating enough food to build to put on bulk while feeling It's Always
I
Sunny.
think he lost more than 50 pounds.
Oh gosh.
Not too distant past.
Yeah. If it's something where eating more would help, as long as it's healthy and done right, that's another situation where something like the
Carb load.
kind of, a lot of people get munchies from a lot of different things. We haven't really been able to like specifically hone in if it's indica, sativa.
Right.
There's a chance when you take THC you get hungry, but if we can have this Delta 8 THC,
Right.
which we know a little bit better might help to stimulate appetite, then that's something to potentially look out for.
Yeah, most definitely. I had smoked a joint of ChemDog about an hour before Matt got here, about 2 hours before he got here. And that shit was really good. So it kind of set me up for the show. Usually I've been eating edibles lately because my having like I don't know, my lungs have been annoying me. And I think the cold weather triggers the asthma and the shortness of breath, How badly buried were you?
I mean, it was mostly our parking lot. It wasn't too bad. There was a street by us that we couldn't go up for a couple days,
Right.
but not anything like you. I'm sure you guys got out here. Which is funny. I mean, he's only about 15 minutes from me.
Yeah, but we're deep on beyond the tertiary roads.
I'm much more in a city area.
Yeah. Well, on the main road, Woodinville-Duval Road was pretty clear. But up here, they didn't really seriously plow it until last Friday.
Yeah, they never plowed our whatever the hell it's called, where I live.
Right. Came down from Montana.
Made like 30 grand.
Right, exactly.
Good for, I mean,
entrepreneurial
good for him,
spirit, We would have paid him. My neighbors were shoveling the hill so they could get to work.
yeah, he's got.
It's like a 50-degree hill, right?
Yeah. I've definitely come a couple times. We don't usually get snow like this. We got like 3 years worth of snow in a
unusual.
week, and it was wild. And I know like everywhere is getting things like that because climate change and whatever.
Certainly the weather is. That's for damn sure.
But yeah, there's been a couple times where I've been daunted by that hill and like questioning whether it was going to make it.
Well, yeah, and it can get icy, and it's
It can
like,
get
what
icy.
we did, we had to park the car up at the top because Lee had to go to work.
Yeah.
They still had sick people coming to the hospital.
Right. Yeah, we were able to close down a couple days, which was cool, but sucks, because I'm an hourly wage person still.
Right.
But it was nice to get a couple days off and some snow days. But
They should put you on fucking salary, man.
those are conversations.
Anyways,
Anyways,
smoke some more of the life.
yeah, this is
pretty good.
it's pretty good. I feel heavy in the eyes, but I'm not
Yeah.
tired at all.
I definitely the eyes, bro. It's like the hash in the eyes. It's like I can't fucking open them.
I smoked with this guy, and he was like, "Are your eyes heavy?" and I like didn't get it at first, but like that's really where I feel it, and I know where I'm high.
You know.
And I feel like people can tell I'm high because my eyes get heavy. That's what a lot of my
You got stoner eyes.
a lot
Or
of my
bedroom
anxiety
eyes.
comes from when I'm smoking. Like, oh god, they can tell.
Right, paranoia. Well, I smoked this Chem Dog earlier, and that's the first place it hit me was in my eyelids. It was the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know, it was like it was all being directed to the surface of my eyes. It was really funny
Yeah.
and very good.
And
By the way,
which one did you say it was again?
Chem Dog, Chem D.
I always feel like that and headband, like you get that like right in there, and
The real
the
headband
halo.
feels like you got a band around your head.
I always get that with chem
Yeah.
dogs too. Yeah.
Full Jars, what's up? Eric Gully. You hear nothing but bad things about Blue Dream? You know, Blue Dream has got a lot of hype, and
Right.
it's a good strain. I'm not going to lie. Is it my favorite? No. But it's good for what it is. It's a mellow buzz. It's good for people who aren't stoners
And
necessarily.
90% of Blue Dream that's labeled Blue Dream is not Blue Dream. It's one of the. It's just like a catch-all name. It's kind of like Q-tip now. It's just like a.
Genericized.
Yeah, it's just like a generic name. No two growers will have the same Blue Dream. Who actually has a real Blue Dream is probably very rare and far between. So it's one of those things where, you know, we have a strain from Washington Bud Company and it's called Skymaster, and it's Blue Dream crossed with Master Kush. Snoop's Blue Dream is another name for that
yes,
specific cross.
Right.
But like it's one where you can see like the silver buds and the light orange hairs that are really indicative of true Blue Dream, and it's amazing.
I'm going to put this here.
Yeah, totally. So I mean, as with all things, like the strain doesn't matter as much as who and how it was grown.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's nice to be able to put a name to something,
Sure.
so hopefully you can identify it again if there's consistency. But that, again, that's the thing with the market, right?
Right.
Consistency across the playing field.
And that's kind of, you know, tonight's emergency rescue CBD product is the Ethiopian banana, the pearl cartridge from our buddies over at Kiona.
Yeah.
It's right at 1-to-1.
Ethiopian banana, I love it.
Yeah. It's like a landrace CBD strain, so they didn't breed CBD into it. It just naturally had like a one. This is how it's like how weed used to be. But check the test out on this. There's 6 or 7 cannabinoids. There's delta 8
It's like almost a
THC.
1-to-1.
It's right about 1-to-1. There is CBG and CBC in it.
Yeah.
I have the full terpene breakdown,
Wow.
and like, let's see if I can find the camera on here. So there's the full breakdown there. I know you guys probably can't read it, but there's about 13, 14 different factors that they're testing for, and more than Blue Dream.
Oh, there you go. It's readable.
Yeah.
Mostly. Mostly.
More than Blue Dream, based on what is actually in it, I know what is going to happen.
Right.
So, like, 4.2% total terpenes, 1.6 of that is myrcene, so that's the most predominant. It's going to be heavy and potentially more relaxing. A little bit of pinene, a little bit of limonene is going to kind of balance it out, so it's like not going to, even with all that myrcene, it won't put me to sleep.
Right.
It'll be really well balanced. So again, more than Blue Dream is this or that, it's what is the specific breakdown of what's in the plant.
And the terpenes are a lot more important than people give them credit for.
Oh, 100,
It's
absolutely.
not just the THC and the CBD numbers are just kind of, you know, a sort of a raw baseline of something.
I'm probably gonna butcher it. Someone put it really well that the terpenes.
Let's just still fucking burn.
That's awesome. The terpenes are like what kind of car, and then the cannabinoids are the gas. So like pinene, a lot of pinene might be like a race car with a ton of THC. You're going. It's
Yeah,
gonna be a lot of
yeah.
up and a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Where something with a lot of myrcene might be like an old V-dub bus or something where you're just like cruising and
Cruising
chilling.
along. No faster than 60 miles per hour,
Yeah.
and you start to shake.
Yeah, so I mean it's We're really getting better at knowing what
This is
we
fucking good
have.
weed. This is very
Yeah.
nice. And it keeps on burning.
It was dense.
I'm very impressed. And very dense. The ash is very white.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of a canoe action going on here, but
Yeah, there's some beautiful CBD. Oregon's doing some really cool stuff. And I hear they're doing some cool stuff with like the hemp CBD.
they're very progressive.
Peyote cookies. No. I'm not
Tap
sure.
that thumbs up button, guys. Smash that thumbs up button. We got 100 people watching, and we only got like 40 thumbs up. Come on, let's get with it. We really appreciate that. If you're interested in genetics, hit me up at uptowngrowlab@gmail.com for the full catalog of what we've got, feminized, regular, and high CBD strains. Check out Noveltree. They've got a great selection, both medical and the rec side. They got a lot of good shit there.
Yeah. Buddies over at Fairwinds, a lot of amazing Fairwinds products, a lot of amazing Halo products on the med and rec side. A lot of really, we've worked really hard to find, since we can't grow the stuff ourselves, we get...
It's a pity, isn't it? You can't vertically integrate that shit.
Yes and no. I mean,
it's a real pain in the ass to grow and do
it's
retail.
Right. It's
a
really
lot.
hard to do both things.
Basically
so-
triples your work.
Right.
It's like kids. One is okay, but two turns into basically having three.
Right. It's really hard to do both things. So
Yeah.
like that we got to focus on retail.
Yep.
And they got to focus on growing.
Well, and you develop the relationships with the producers also, so you
Right.
know who's really doing the right thing.
A lot of places with vertical integration are just going to focus on growing the cheapest weed possible. And we can find people, because they're it's better for them to grow better weed,
Sure.
they can focus on that and we focus on the selling it.
Right. And you get their good weed to the market.
Yeah.
Any good CBD seed companies? Well, I mean, we've got a lot of high CBD strains. Actually, you should hit me up, bro. I got your package just all zipped up and ready to go. I just had to buy a box today, so that will be going out in the next day or so. But drop me an email, bro, about CBD strains. We've got Adam Jacques high CBD strains, and we've got a 20-to-1 CBD to THC ratio being feminized. So drop me a note.
Yeah.
uptowngrowlab@gmail.com.
I saw somebody asked about like sales quotas in retail, and and that being like a negative of sales, and that might be the case at some places, but for the most part, like we work very hard on customer service. We have a product that everybody wants, and we work really hard to make sure that we have the highest quality, best price stuff. So typically it's a pretty easy sale, and it's more just about educating. So there's not as much quotas as much as we focus on quality, service, and product.
Well, you've got all levels. I mean, you've got
Right.
$15 eighths and you've got $45 eighths.
All day, 50. Yeah, we've got $55 eighths that are 100%. We have eighths, and I think I said this the last time. We have eighths that are as expensive as our half ounces, and
Crazy.
I mean,
But,
depending on what you like. I got a gram of this really good stuff from Freya XJ13. And I was going to roll it all into a joint, but then I decided to put it into the pack. So what would have lasted me 20 minutes in the pack, or if I had rolled a joint,
Right.
lasted me, I still have a fresh green bowl of it at home. It's
Wow.
lasted me all weekend in the pack. So like, if you got a $55 half ounce,
Heck
you
yeah.
can roll joints of it all day, and it's
Right.
fun, but you get that higher end stuff, and
You really want to kind of
you could
nurse
vape it.
Oops.
You could do like one hitters, so
Bong hits, man. Actually, you know what?
fresh greens, bong hits.
Yeah, you don't have to do one if you don't want to. But I'm going to take a slow walk in. You see a lighter? Oh, yeah. Cheers, everybody. This is the Laughing Buddha by way of cornbread.
That is a very bright, happy sativa as I sit here, pretty baked off of it.
Moi?
What's everyone else smoking on tonight?
Do you want some of this?
No.
Okay. I'm just being polite, you know?
No, I greatly appreciate it.
I don't want to seem like an asshole, you know?
No, I might.
Anyways, yeah, what is everybody else smoking on out there? You don't see me laughing? Is it working? Yeah, it's working. It's working. I'm laughing.
Triple XOG, GDP, GG4.
Black Congolese. Ooh.
That sounds wonderful.
That sounds awesome, man. Laughing Buddha's Barney's best strain?
Yeah.
Could be. Skittles.
Purple Punch and Gelato are really popular ones right now. They're
Yeah,
kind
they are.
of the strain of the moment.
Dark Star, what's up, man?
Kind of like how GG4 was a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
We have this Secret Gardens of Washington grown Purple Punch, and that's one of those $55
I may
eights.
have that, actually,
It's-
from your shop. I've got
Yeah.
2 purple punches that I have to
I
review.
think I might have
Straight
talked you
smack
into
down.
it once.
Probably. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
LSD, Sour Tangy, Super Lemon Haze are
Carolyn B.
3 of my favorite strains too. Those are awesome, Dylan.
Hi, Lynn. How are you? Lithuanian Glock. You're going to a seed bank tomorrow. Has over 80 mothers to choose, cut clones and young plants
That's so cool.
from. Wow. Awesome.
That's awesome. That's really cool that we can all have a shared experience of different things, and it's kind of keeping the stoner culture going.
Well, you got it's community, right? It's all about
it's always
people.
been.
It's all about
Yeah.
people. You got to smell this. This is the Boricua. The Boricua.
Oh my.
That's the kind of reaction I like to see.
Sorry, I'm gonna nerd out on this a little
It's
bit.
okay. Put your flashlight on there, girl. I knew it. I knew it.
So
It's fairly sharp looking, right?
yeah, so kind of what I'm looking for is kind of like a diamond. I'm looking for crystals. I'm looking for bud structure. I'm looking for color. I'm looking for cure and density. I'm looking at this, or I'm smelling it. I can feel that, like I can smell that there's some dankness and heaviness to it. But there's also a lot of brightness, and it'll hit you in different parts of the nose. Like the brighter will hit you higher in the nose versus the danker ones will hit you deeper.
Interesting.
And you can really tell more indica and sativa from the smell and where it hits you.
That's all about the terps, man.
Yeah,
right?
so like it has, it's cured perfectly.
Oh, thank you.
It is sticky, but like my fingers will stick, but it's not wet at all.
No.
It's very dense. It's
Yeah, this jar came out really well.
crispy, but not like crunchy. Like
Yep.
it's
No, it's
It's
pliable.
crisp to
It's
the top.
malleable.
Yeah.
It's like pipe tobacco.
yeah. I'm gonna smoke a little bit of this.
Yeah. Oh, knock yourself out, bro.
No, this is, and I'm not just I'm saying that because the guy's right here. I'd call him
It's
out.
okay if you didn't like it. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be offended. I'd be disappointed in myself.
Yeah,
It's all good.
I'd give him
It's all
shit
good.
if they're, but that really, it's really good.
And it's you'll like it. You'll like it. I'm very happy with it. That's the Boricua Kush. So if you buy 10 seeds or more, we give you freebies of that or one of the crosses of the Boricua. So bear that in mind. If you want the catalog, it's uptowngrowlab@gmail.com. Oh yes, the Deep Bowl Sherlock.
I almost brought my UGL pipe.
I
was
got
gonna-
a lot of comments on your fucking Gandalf, bro, on the video today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you all watched the. It's the Bear the Bear OG video, I believe.
I love that thing. I was gonna bring my UGL pipe with the last of that XJ13, but I decided to save it for myself. I was like, JJ will probably have enough.
I
for
got
you."
some herb. A little bit.
A little bit. There's usually a little bit floating
West
around
Coast
here.
life. Review the Cali China if I can get my hands on it. I gotta be honest with you, Dave. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, that's not one I'm familiar with, and that's kind of another cool thing. As like, new states pop up, they're gonna pop
Yeah.
up with exclusive stuff that's been, that someone's been growing underground there for 20 years. That's really special and unique.
Yeah. So Black Bee Nimble wants to know what the genetics are in the Boricua. It is a pot of gold crossed with the Granddaddy Purple, so it's kind of a double indica. And it's really nice. I mean, they're very branchy. The ones that I've grown out, and decent yields.
Yeah,
Haven't been disappointed really.
it has nice color to it. There was good purple and almost like
You're right.
deep
There's
dark
a lot
silvers.
of purple in them.
Yeah, it's very rich. It's pretty weed. Smells good. Smoke some.
I'm so fucking high from that joint. That Laughing Buddha got me fucking toasted. Good work, Cordy. Wow, we got 100. Okay, so we got like
Jesus.
116 people watching, but we only got like 65 thumbs up, man.
Smash
it,
those
smash it, smash it. If you don't subscribe, please do. If you're into genetics, hit me up at uptowngrowlab@gmail.com. Visit Matt or his buddies over at the Novelty on 130th between Bell Red and Northrop.
Yeah.
And they've got this awesome Mexican food truck
it's
next
so
to
good.
his store.
Dangerous how good it is.
They actually have tables out there now.
Yeah, they're legit. That just kicked my ass, dude. Like I was
joint?
no the Boricua.
Oh yeah.
I just hit the Boricua. I was like chilling and grooving up here with the Laughing Buddha, and I'm just with bud. It was very rich. Like it hit me right here. It's Kush, right?
Yeah,
It's
got
very.
It's real indica. Real Afghani shit, I think.
Jesus. Yeah,
It's potent. It's potent.
It's potent.
Yeah,
Like,
it definitely fucks you up.
emergency CBD. Always come prepared.
CBD
to
recovery.
JJ's.
Narcan for potheads. All right, I'm pretty fucking high, but I still feel the urge to smoke. Okay.
From our friends at Kiona. Oh, there's a button on that
Oh,
one.
of course.
This one doesn't have a button. This is the Veo, which is a really great.
It's not bad, man.
No.
I'm not a big vape guy, but
Yeah.
it's a pretty copious amount of smoke right there.
No, they've got the vapes figured out. The hardware is good. The oil is good. Like this Veo. This is my new one. It vibrates when you hit it. It's got the magnetic.
Oh, that's okay. They used to have, there was an octagonal one or some shit, right?
There's all sorts of cool ones. Veo is actually.
They got bought out by somebody and they had to change the name. Do you know which one I'm talking about? It's like sort of a weird shaped one.
Oh, the
that
Indigo
vibrates.
Aero?
Indigo Pro.
Yeah. So I mean, it's got that like cool square design. Like it's
So
secure
small.
and safe in there. A lot of times I feel like the long regular 510 ones, when I put them in my pocket, I could sit on it wrong and that's gonna snap.
Crack it. Yeah. That's also much more discreet.
It's much more discreet and sleek. Veo, I just talked to the guys from there and they have this cool, like, there's no heat settings on it. It just has like a gradual decline. Like as you use it, as it warms up, the heat goes back, so
kind
it
of
doesn't.
compensates.
Yeah, so it like doesn't get as
Doesn't
hot.
burn itself out.
Yeah.
Very
So
nice.
like I'm like 80% cartridges now. They're just
And your lungs are okay with it?
yeah.
Cool. It's very
fine.
cool.
I'm sure my doctor wouldn't say
No.
that, but
That's what doctors get paid for. Okay, we got some other shit to smoke here. At least I'm going to smoke it.
Yeah, let's-
You have you've
no,
got
I'm tapped out.
Ripper Haze. Well, I need an appetite stimulant, so I'm hoping this haze will get me there. This is a 92-day flower.
That's commitment. That's beautiful.
That's, dude, the fact that you fucking did this
right.
blows my mind.
That's the cool thing. Like that to even take the time to do that, because you could get.
Oh, you know what? There's a fucking seed in here. Or there was. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
There's a seed.
Oh, wow. 2 seeds. Motherfucker. Awesome. Ha! thank you, bro.
You can grow an indica 56 days. Some of them, seven,
Some of them.
8 weeks.
Yeah. 8
So-
weeks. I would like to let it go 8 weeks. 7
Yeah.
is usually too soon. I mean, from my experience.
Right. But so let's say 56 is minimum. Let's call it 60.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could
Say
still-
60. Say 60.
If you have a room, you can get an extra grow cycle in, at least one every year. If you grow a 60-day indica versus a 92, 93-day laughing Buddha.
Yeah. No, it's not practical.
So that people take the time to do it is awesome.
Yeah.
That's why we see so many hybrids these days, to try to shorten that grow time, to shorten the plant, make them more wieldy and
Yeah.
woolly.
Oh, there's another bean. Nice. This is his. Oh, this is Thurper Hayes. Thurper Hayes.
Oh, it's almost like grapefruit.
All right.
Very bright. But more floral and citrus.
Citrus.
And you could see from the bud structure, like how long
Yeah.
the plant is versus
She's a leggy biatch.
versus. I'll pull some of this kush out,
Yeah, the
how
Boricua is
dense
much more.
and stout this the Boricua
it's short and
kush,
stubby.
the indica.
This is much more
Versus-
languorous and.
This.
She's like a tall, thin model.
And it's even the bud spacing is much further apart,
More elongated.
more elongated, and it acts. That's how the plant cools itself.
Because these are typically grown in really tropical climes, right?
Foxtails stretching out. That's
Right.
that's how
why
the
they have thin leaves, right?
yeah. That's how the plant cools itself versus the indicas that have to stay tight and dense to stay
Those are
warm.
cold nighttime temps.
Yeah. So, wheat's tight. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. All right, where's my paper so I can? Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm not high.
There's probably some around.
I think so.
Usually a safe bet here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Ryan Ritz had some Doc OG the other day. Literally filled his downstairs in terms of smell in minutes. It was like an air freshener. 63 to 70 days. Yeah, I mean, I prefer to go longer if I can, but the
Right.
problem is sometimes people got to push it through.
Yeah, exactly.
And
There's always
if you're on a schedule, man, you got to do it.
I feel like there's always a joke when you ask a grower when to harvest. 2 weeks. They'll always just say 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And a lot of plants, there's a lot of plants that if you give them those extra 2 weeks could, firm up,
They could
get
change.
stinky. They can totally change. But there's also some plants that it might be too much, and it might not be.
They'll be overdone, as Tweezy would say.
Be overdone. So you got to really check the trikes, get the jeweler loop, and look for the amber and.
Yeah, I just do it by eye these days. I
Yeah.
don't even bother. If it's like a quarter to a third, that's when I'm getting ready to cut.
And realistically, a lot of times, especially if you're doing it commercially, it's a week's a week. So let's
gives you
get
time
them
to get
down.
the next ones in.
Yeah, it's how much are you going to spend for another week to grow them versus let's get them down and get another plant in there.
Yeah.
Versus how much extra yield you'll get.
Exactly.
So, especially here with this market, it's very competitive. And let's say that your stuff is going to get turned into oil, you might not care as much about that week. So it's really interesting how it's all kind of shaping up.
But this is some fire.
Oh, it looks beautiful. It smells amazing.
I'm almost afraid to smoke it. That's something for me, actually. All right, but we'll take one for the team. I will take one for the team.
Yeah, you don't have to go too far. After
No, I
this.
don't. And maybe this will stimulate my appetite.
Yeah.
I don't know what the wife's got planned for me.
No, there's a lot of, you just gotta try. You gotta see what your baseline is, because everyone's endocannabinoid tone is different. So
yeah.
I can give recommendations and baselines and what we see, but until someone tries something and see how they react, we don't know. There's a, if you're wondering about certain strains for your grow, let's see, what is it, whether key lime or ogre are good strains for your specific situation. There's a lot of really great like chat boards out there and grower groups.
Medical patient boards
Yeah.
too, I think.
Absolutely, and you can kind of talk to people who have grown the same plant or similar plants.
Right.
That's why it's a cool thing to kind of know what you're getting when you get a seed, and like it's kind of cool how JJ chronicles these plants that that you could then get for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. This summer's going to be. We're going to pop a lot of different strains.
Yeah, so you kind of can get a sense of, well, if I do this with this plant, this will how it react in this situation.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to grow we're going to germinate 5 of as many strains as we can based on how many containers we have outside, and then put them 3 to a container, like a 20-gallon container, when they're small,
Yeah.
so they get real big and bushy. Headed outdoor from Missouri Grow this year. You're a noob? Oh boy.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude, your fucking weed got me high, dude. I'm like,
Oh, the Mariqua.
yeah, the break.
Oh, shit.
I was doing really good with the Buddha. It was probably a better show.
Sorry, bro.
No, it was. You put that in front of my face, and it was fire.
It's good. It's
It
good.
was
It's
really-
really good fucking weed.
It's
I have
really
to say, yeah. You smoke it, and you get fucking high.
It's definitely, but it's weird, All right, so there isn't actually indica
want
and
any of this?
sativa. No, it's fucked, man. I'm good. There's actually not indica sativa. Those are just kind of industry terms.
Yeah.
Of things
thin
that-
leaf, thick leaves.
It makes it easier for us to kind of,
Everybody's got to put something in a pigeonhole,
Right.
Got to categorize shit.
but there definitely are more invigorating and stimulating plants. There definitely are more
Yeah.
calming, relaxing, sedating.
Yeah.
So there definitely is a spectrum, but to categorize it as indica sativa.
Well, it's becoming an outdated mode of
Yeah.
classification.
Right,
Apparently.
especially
What did I hear?
when you go from 2 factors to
Yeah,
13
a laundry
on the
list.
packaging,
Yeah.
then we can get a lot more detailed with it.
Oh, yeah.
But that shit is heavy fucking indica and just kicked my ass. Not to PG-13.
Wasn't my plan, but...
PG-13. I got my one F word in there.
well, don't worry. We age restrict this thing.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow. We got 130 people watching. That is freaking awesome, guys. Thank you so much for tuning
Thanks
in.
for hanging out.
We really, really appreciate it. This is trying to educate everybody,
Yeah.
including myself. I mean,
Totally.
Matt is a fountain of knowledge. So if you've got questions and we can actually see them,
Yeah.
we'll try and answer them. Speak for myself. I'm pretty freaking lifted.
I'll do what I can.
Good night, Ryan.
CBD, where are you?
Oh, yeah, right?
All right.
Marcellus, what's up, brother?
Saved. I appreciate that.
We want to keep Matt. What type of weed are we smoking? This is the Ripper Haze. This is 92-day flower, 50 days of flush, and whoops, I'm sorry, wrong camera. I'm fucked up. I'm definitely very elevated tonight.
We started with the Laughing Buddha.
Yeah, and I had a Johnny Chem D about 2 hours before that.
The Laughing Buddha is a Thai Jamaican landrace cross that takes a really long time to grow. So we were appreciating.
Yeah, it took, what did he say? fucking-
13 weeks, I think it is.
Oh yeah, 13 weeks
13
in one
weeks
day.
is crazy.
In one day,
Um,
motherfucker.
I just literally took a hit of the Bariqua Kush
That's ours.
that you can get. I do kind of just for entertainment purposes. You can get from JJ.
Yes.
It is
Souvenir seeds. We offer them.
souvenirs. It is dense and dank and purple and silver and.
Oh, you're gonna take some of that home tonight. For
All
sure.
right. I'll throw it in the packs and fall asleep on the couch.
There you go. Why is tonight different from any other night, right?
Exactly. And then I am trying to save myself with the Ethiopian banana
Such a great
CBD
name. Such a great name.
from Kiona Pure True Landrace CBD 1-to-1.
I grew an Ethiopian strain once that I got from Mark Emery Seed Bank way back in the day.
That's awesome.
And I know I had extra seeds somewhere, but God knows where the hell they are. They're not in my possession anymore. Ask Matt if he's tried filling his packs with keef.
I definitely have. Typically what I'll do is I'll do ground up bud and then just kind of top it with keef and then just kind of like tap it in so it like kind of fills.
Right, fills in all the other air
Fills in all-
spaces.
Yeah. I've done it in the concentrate tray a couple times and it doesn't really melt. It leaves behind a residual, so it's kind of weird. It works. But I typically
Kind of
will,
something that works.
yeah, I typically do it with flour
Right.
and just a little flour dish. But I'm a big fan of the packs. Like I was saying, a gram of weed in the packs has lasted me all weekend.
That's crazy, man.
Where if I twisted it up in a joint, I'd smoke it in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely certain economic advantages.
So it's an expensive entry.
It is.
And
It
you know,
is.
I tend to buy, but I'll buy, you know, a gram of something.
But you're not a smoker. You never smoke cigarettes, right?
No.
So, see, I smoked a lot.
So there's kind of
So
well,
it's
that-
sort of
these-
filling a void.
these freaking things. I just will sit and puff on these forever.
I just like combusting shit, burning shit up.
Yeah, it's fun. Next time I come on, I'll have to bring you one of the new Avitas live resin cartridges that we just got.
Live resin cartridges?
Yeah, they're unreal.
Wow.
They're-
How much do those go for?
I mean, it's only like $35 for a half gram. The prices are plummeting.
Wow.
The quality is off the charts.
Dude, I got this. Were you was back in Colorado?
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
checked
right?
that out.
Yeah. I mean, the weed was really, and that chem that I just smoked was really,
Yeah.
that was from Denver.
Yeah.
Really fucking good weed.
Weed's tight. They're getting pretty good at it.
Absolutely. Oh, and then somebody sent me some beans from UK, and most of them made it, but a lot of them got crushed. And I honestly don't know who sent them or what they are. If anybody is watching knows, I think they're from Manchester. Shoot me an email, uptowngrowlab@gmail.com.
Yeah. And if you're realistically, if you're in an illegal, in a prohibition state still, save any seed that you get.
Yeah.
You never know. Like you could get a seed from something that looks just mediocre, but they just might not have been grown well.
Yeah.
Could be great genetics. So
Yeah.
we don't really see seeds as much, and I wish that I had the foresight to think like. I've just thrown so many seeds away that
Oh shit! Dude.
we're probably junk and garbage, but could have been
Yeah,
potentially grown and bred.
saved
And
all my shit from college. Yeah, I've lost it all. But,
Right.
yeah, I had fucking everything. I think we lost it up in our own.
there's in someone out there's grandparents' house right now in their attic.
Right,
in your,
right. There's
your
a little
aunt or
film canister.
In your aunt and uncle's like old smoke spot, there's a little film canister somewhere
Right.
that might have like amazing.
Most people
rare-
don't even know what a film canister looks like anymore.
It's like it almost looks like a jar of weed, but it's
It kind of
plastic.
does. It's like a pop top. It's like a
like a
pop top.
plastic-
A little bit smaller
For
though.
pogs, it's like what you would have kept the pogs in for people.
Right. Right. Oh, I'm high. I need a piece of candy.
But yeah,
It's
like
my remedy.
Yeah.
These are licorice. They're called Same Sorts, the All Sorts.
I do.
So it's kind of a play on
Some
that.
weird British candy.
Yeah.
Alright.
They're like gummies, but they have a light black licorice with. You've been warned. They're very mild.
It's a very British thing, I feel. To add that black licorice flavor on purpose to something.
I love black licorice, man. I really do.
I'm gonna make it through this.
We're probably going to slur our speech because the sugar, because our cannabinoid system is interacting
Made it through.
with the sugar rush.
Did it.
Wow.
Yeah. Candies should like taste like candy. Not like
Well, Paul, you shoot film, so you definitely got them, but man, most people don't know what the fuck they are.
how long do seeds last? I've read stories that they've cracked 1,000-year-old seeds of plants that they thought were extinct. Like
Right?
it really just depends. Like plants,
How it was stored.
right? They'll probably degrade. Yes, over time. You probably want to. Someone will tell you probably within a couple years.
Yeah.
You want to store them, freezer dry, and use them. But
I mean, theoretically, they can last indefinitely. The problem
Yeah.
is,
I know.
most people don't store them properly just
Right.
because, shit gets lost, and everybody's germination method is a little bit different.
Right.
And I think the older they get, the harder it is for them to germinate. That you have a lower percentage of
Right.
seeds popping.
Yeah, but I definitely know. That's one of the. If you're a master grower, a lot of that is that you have genetics, that you have this seed bank of
Yeah, you've got a deep bench.
of pollen, of seeds, of clones, of mothers, that you've got something that you can bring to the table
Yeah.
with your grow knowledge, with your skills, but also plants that'll set you apart.
Oh, I shot this video at Freddy's Fuego. I
Yeah.
have to cut it. We basically followed the life of a plant from clone to flower.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool. So that should be up hopefully.
It's an amazing thing to, I never would have thought myself a farmer, but
It's a cool
In many
process.
ways, I spent a couple years, spent my
Well-
early 20s as a farmer.
You know how the plant works.
Yeah, I spend every day with the plants and
It's a great learning experience for what
hauling
you're doing now,
dirt,
bro.
and it's a weird thing to put all this love and attention into a plant and then kill it, to cut it down.
It's sacrificing.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing, but it's also very. I don't know.
Okay. You've made me want to smoke some of this shit.
Yeah, I literally took a hit. There's a fresh packed bowl
okay. Maybe I'll
right
just do it.
there. That's
That's a low barrier to entry. I'm down.
yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
No, those Sherlocks are pretty cool. They were it for sure. And you gain a couple IQ points just by puffing on one of those.
Wow. Oh yeah.
It's dank.
That's some good shit, man. Ooh. Dander pollen or ball pollen? And you wouldn't plant a seed especially from mature hermy. Well,
Right.
I guess. I mean,
Right.
there's a lot of seeds. I think the GG number 4, that's from a herby plant, I think.
Well, and I think that's the importance of growing them, is to get rid of weak genetics.
Yeah.
If it's good solid genetics, keep growing it out. But if you keep around weak genetics, then you're not.
It's going to keep contaminating the gene pool.
Yeah, you're not doing anyone any good. So there's a lot of people breed responsibly.
Pollen chuckers!
Yeah, and that's the thing that a lot of people are worried about with growing hemp.
Well,
and
everybody's a freaking breeder now, right? Everybody's got their own strains.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
everybody's terrified of stray pollen.
Yeah.
Pollinating
Yeah.
their fields.
You know, I mean,
It's legitimate.
it's a legitimate fear,
Yeah.
but you know, that's part of the game. Set up your air filters.
Yeah.
Right.
Or a lot of outdoor growers, if they're going to start growing hemp next door to the
That's
outdoor
going to be an
growers.
interesting issue. It's going to be a very
Stray
interesting
pollen.
issue.
Yeah. It's all about to be really. It's been very stressful and very interesting the last 7 or 8 years that I've been.
It's an
doing
interesting thing the way it's been percolating. It's about to blow up even more than it has. All right, there is a seed here, and this was from the what do we smoke?
It was the Buddha or the Haze?
The Ripper Haze.
Yeah.
Let's get that bean in there.
JGL gets some close-ups, but like you can see it like it has like watermelon or tiger
Stripes. Lizard. It's a lizard egg we call them,
lizard egg.
right? So speaking of lizard
Like a
eggs,
good
when
mature
does
looking
Game
bean.
of Thrones come back on? You know?
April. 6 90-minute episodes in April.
You've clearly researched this.
Been a little excited.
Should be fun.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna get 6 movies. And Emilia Clarke, I think at the Oscars last night, just said that everyone's gonna be shocked.
That could mean anything, man.
So I've made it. I don't recommend anyone to start this show because I feel like I've put 60 hours in this goddamn show, and there's as of yet been limited payoff. But I'm now invested. And there's
Significantly invested. All that time.
There's only 6 episodes
All
left.
that binging. Oh my god.
I'm in it, but I can't recommend anyone start unless you're